Gentlemen, to F1 2019 My Career Mode here for round number 4 of the F1 2019 season. And yeah, today obviously we're starting in P9 after the two Mercedes cars of Bottas and Hamilton have taken grid penalties for this race. Bit early on in the season, but oh well, that's up to them. You know, and of course, okay, we're going to quickly, though, before we get into this race, talk about the cancellation of the Australian Grand Prix, and talk about cancellation of multiple Grand Prix as well. So, as you guys would have known by now, the Australian Grand Prix is well and truly cancelled for 2020. But not only is the Australian Grand Prix cancelled or postponed, however you want to say it, so is Bahrain and Vietnam. So the first 4 races of the season won't begin underway till at least May or June. So we're probably talking about you know, a good couple of months now until the Formula 1 season once again gets back underway. Now obviously that is a bit of a shame, I guess, as a Formula 1 fan. But was it the right thing to do? I guess you could argue yes. I think, you know, whilst, you know, it is disappointing, that, you know, obviously, we're not going to be going racing, this week. However, I think, you know, the safety of us and fans is much, much far important, than, you know, obviously, you know, a race for entertainment purposes only. So yeah, you know, as I say, whilst it's obviously disappointing, but I think it is certainly the right way to go about the pandemic that's going on at the moment, and hopefully all the governments across the world will, you know, slow this virus down. You know, still, neither here or there. You know, there's obviously a lot going on about Corona, and, you know, to take our minds off Corona today, you know, gonna play some F1 2019, bit of career mode, and try and get a good result then today in this race. So yeah, that's really all I can say really to fit into that bit. But yeah, comment down in the section below what you think of Corona virus. You know, do you think, well, I know obviously it ain't a good thing, but what do you think of the current situation as we currently see it? Please comment down below. Still, on with this race, then, looking forward, not backwards, or at the current terrible situation right now in the world. Going forward into this race, Baku Grand Prix, Azerbaijan. Then here, could this be the opening round of the Formula 1 2020 season? Honestly, hopefully it might, I don't know. But if it is, well, usually, past years have shown, certainly 2017 and 2018, have shown that we can get very good races here. Maybe not so much was the same case last year in 2019, and certainly 2016 weren't that great, but we've had 2 good races, one okay race and one dull race, but otherwise it's been a good circuit, and I think a circuit a lot of people do enjoy, and it's a good addition to the Formula 1 racing calendar throughout the year. Is it a classic circuit? Absolutely not yet anyway. Is it a unique circuit? Absolutely. Certainly, I think one of the most unique circuits on the calendar. And, you know, this long, massive back straight makes it such a good venue for racing. But not only is it about, you know, the straights, it's also actually a quite technical track when you indulge into it. Like, first few corners, okay, yeah, are pretty simple, 90-degree left-handers and then a 90-degree right-hander. But then once you get into that castle section of the circuit, it can be quite a tricky circuit. And then even the final sector, you know, it's medium speed corners. So yeah, you got a real evolution of different types of corners around here. You know, which can, I suspect, make it really difficult to get cast out, right? And lights out and away we go then for the Baku Grand Prix. Down the outside we go as we get up into P8, so it's been a very good start then there. And we're going to try and squeeze Grosjean, and Sainz sort of squeezes us off, and we've sort of had to take not evasive action but precautionary action, I guess, arguably there, going down into that second degree 90 right-hander, left-hander, sorry, and getting right up the tail end of Grosjean down the inside here. Oh dear, that was a bit rash, let's say. So we're just going to use a flashback here then in this scenario, because we don't want to get any penalties or early damage yet. We want to let the race space itself out a little bit, and then we go from there. Right, obviously we got a pretty good car actually, straight line speed wise, but you know, also we're not too bad in the corners either, so yeah, we're looking pretty good as we go through the middle sector. So down the hill, out of a very important corner.
Okay, don't worry about the spin. Let's just.
And I've done a Daniel Ricciardo then now. But yeah, what happened there was just, you know, trying to get on power a bit earlier than the rest. You know, thing about turn 16, it can be, as I say, a fairly tricky corner to get right. You know, neither here or there. Down the main straight we go then. No DRS for the first 3 laps. Okay, so do bear that in mind. But just look how far away them two are right now. They're certainly, well, they're in the DRS range, but over half a second. And thing is, about here, half a second feels a lot more. It feels more than half a second. And right behind Grosjean. Come on, let's go. Literally, you can just see that we're literally pulling out that corner early, because yeah. And go down the inside here. On Sainz, yes we are, and we get the position. So we're now up back into P8. Well, up into P8. Next up is Roman. So, not having the greatest of exits through there, or runs through that castle section, but hopefully we can gain that back, some of that time that we've certainly lost. And yellow flag. Not sure what for. Don't seem to be anything wrong in front of what I can tell, so it gotta be from behind. And it looks like one of Mercedes is going very slow. Who is out? It's Bottas. So right, so it's a oh dear, it's a Ferrari 1-2, and Bottas is out of the race. So that is huge, you know, event then here in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Round number 4, and yeah, that is a rather huge event that's unfolded here, because you know, with Bottas out of the race and it's a Ferrari 1-2, I'm not sure which Ferrari's in the lead right now, whether it's Leclerc or Vettel, but you know, at the end of the day, that's actually quite big, because obviously what it means for them, not only are they going to pick up 43 points right now, but well, Leclerc is going to extend his championship advantage over the rest of the field. So right, lap 3 then here. DRS is now active, meaning that we can use the DRS button to just reduce our drag down the straight Obviously, just in case anyone doesn't know what DRS actually does, any newcomers into Formula 1, DRS basically opens that rear flap. I'll show you what I mean when we go down the next straight. But it basically opens the rear flap in your rear wing and basically reduces the drag on your car. You know, that's the only way you can describe it. You know, really, to tell you the absolute truth. Just imagine, okay, you know, it makes the car more slidey, let's say, or less downforce on the car. When that rear flap is closed, there's a lot of rear end grip. When it's open, the car can just be a bit more slidey, a bit more twitchy at the rear, and basically, yeah, that's what it does. I'll show you what it actually does, though. Oh dear, I'm making my front wing into a DRS. There. But yeah, I'll show you what it does in a minute. So we're actually relatively quick, though we made a few mistakes right now. But yeah, I'll just quickly show you now as we plow down. So as you can see, rear wing is currently closed. Now we're coming up to the DRS zone now, and as you can see, now it's open. You can see where it's open at the back there, and basically, as I say, what that does, reduces the drag a little bit, which just helps in just making the car go a little bit more quicker down a straight, in theory. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to come in this lap. I think we were due in actually next lap, either way, but I'm going to go for our undercut strategy here. Because the thing about street circuits, they can give you good strategies in terms of looking, if you're looking for an undercut. Right, so right now car feels pretty solid. I keep on every single lap. I've broken that right front corner on my front wing right now. Oh, there we go again. That right corner seems to be a trendy thing to do these days. Just break your front right end plate. Right. Obviously, I don't know how much time we're going to gain here with the undercut, but hopefully it's a lot. Right now, as I say, car's pretty good in a straight line. It's not bad, not the best I've ever driven in a straight, but it's okay. It's competitive, shall I say. Right, open up DRS. Let's see, we're coming in this lap anyway, so we'll just cross over into that white line. And then we come. So we're in the pits now. Obviously, we're going to put on now the medium tyre. Now that's not the quickest tyre. Right now we're on the quickest, but it won't be a bad tyre to go on for the rest of this race. It'll be a pretty decent tyre to use. Okay, we're going to come out in pretty decent clean air.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for
as you see.
if you cross over into the track.
So we've come out in clean air, or this is what you call clean air, because there's no car in front of you right now. And there's nothing behind, so basically we can just sort of try and get into a race rhythm now, or get these tyres up to speed and try and just do the best lap time that we possibly can and try and catch those in front, and hopefully get some good points out today. You can see though, tyres very still cold and not up to speed yet. So having to drive the car a lot more here than what would usually like to.
Battery charge is high. Let's increase
But
DRS deployment.
as I say, once these tyres are up to speed, trust me, they will be very, very good and efficient. Very quick tyres. Yeah, like, we'll even do some good lap times. Bit of a skip over that turn 16 curb. One of the toughest actual corners on the F1 calendar. So Kimi Raikkonen's in the pits, and I've done it again. So I'm going to just use a flashback so we can redo that final sector completely. But I've done it again. I keep on hitting my right front wing. Okay, it's going down in colour, not going to lie. It used to be red, now it's yellow. Right, that is how you're meant to do it through there. Flat out, this section is now. And literally, from turn 16, you're basically flat out all the way down into the first corner. It's a very, very long straight. One of the longest. I'm confident of it on the racing calendar. Right, where will we come out? Will we come out ahead of Roman Grosjean? I think yes is the answer. But we're going to be behind our teammate then. So I believe that will put us up into P7 for now. So that's okay. Been told power from engine going to be down. Now that is probably not what we needed on a street circuit, considering that, you know, this is a street circuit with a lot of good long straights. You know, I would have wanted to be, you know, full power. But it's okay. Actually, I don't think we've changed our engine, so coming into this Grand Prix, in a way, I'm not expecting the best of engines right now. But, you know, I don't want to take any penalties in this first half of the season, at least. Because, you know, I want to get as many points as possible. You know what I mean? And try and just have the best first half of the season possible. And then, you know, second half of the season, again, you know, maybe take some penalties there, but you know what I mean, it's a bit like fighting for a championship, even though I'm not fighting for a championship. I'm fighting for, well, P6 in the championship right now, but I've got a good chance of getting that position. Right, Verstappen getting held up quite nastily here as we skim our way through that final sector. And here we go then, so cars moving left, right, and we're going to get such a slipstream. Raikkonen's going to be caught napping here, and we've had to go round the outside of Raikkonen then there, as we sort of pass then. Stroll will go up the order as well. Verstappen fighting hard with them. Now, we're going to go. Now, we're going to be the one on the defence here, as we look, as we all just scramble up here in to the corners that are very much 90-degree right-handers, and now Verstappen is going to be the one who's going to hopefully take us around the outside, and we've crashed out of the Grand Prix. Oh my days, that is stupid. Oh, I was getting excited there, maybe a bit too excited. Let's try that again. So right, we're going to go around the outside, that's the plan. I'll still go into the wall because Perez just goes in. Alright, let's try again. Third time lucky. There we go. But Perez still went into the wall. So one of us, Stroll still went into the wall. So yeah, one of us still goes into the wall. But yeah, so the excitement's calmed down a little bit here, now. Whew. And I just almost had a very close moment to taking myself out there. Right, by the way, from now on, if I do crash, I'm gonna, you know, accept the next moment where we lose our front wing or whatever. So I better not lose my front wing. That's what I'm saying to myself in my head. No more flashbacks, basically. Because if I keep using flashbacks, you're going to say, oh, I'm too lenient on myself. And yeah, I don't want to be, to tell you the truth, using flashback all day long. Right, so we're turning the car down into lead mix. Car's still okay there, luckily, thank God. It's still okay, but almost close moment. Bit too close there.
Teammate behind is 4.7 seconds.
Right, so we've got 4.7 second gap to our teammate. We're still waiting on, I think, 2 cars to pit. Well, I'm not sure whether Perez is still yet to pit, or a few more cars. I'm not sure how many cars still yet to pit, and how many cars aren't due to pit anymore. You let the car float through that. So
let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Car right now feeling good, I must say. Right, Hamilton, by the way, will soon be on our engine cover. So we've got to hope there's a bit of a gap, 3.6. So, right, we've got 3.6 seconds to Hamilton. So Hamilton, I'm going to say, going to be at least on the back of us, at least by lap 10. Maybe a bit sooner. I'm not too sure. Hopefully we can hold Hamilton off to lap 10. Raikkonen will be on our probably engine cover soon after that. But no, maybe a lot sooner. Could we have gone and we've spun? And I did say I'm not going to use any flashback, so we've had to rejoin them there, and we've basically, I'm just going to use a flashback, forget it. But yeah, I just overcooked my brakes then there. As we went down into turn 1, I forgot completely where the braking zone was. And once that throws you off, everything throws you off. That was one of the worst things I've ever done, but yeah, oh well. I am a good driver on the game, but yeah, I've probably been a bit lenient myself this time.
The gap to the car ahead is 4.7 seconds.
It's alright, lap 9. Oh, by the way, guys, I believe there's some esports on today, with real drivers, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know. I believe Lando Norris, will be taking part, Verstappen, not sure about who else going to be possibly getting involved.
Is in the pits.
So right, lap 10, and we are sort of losing now time to cars behind.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Neither here or there, like, we're in 5th right now. Championship standing.
As things stand, we'll be 6th in the championship.
So right now, 6th in the drivers. That wouldn't be too bad. So what's the gap? 1.7. Hamilton battles Kimi Raikkonen. So right, we're gonna hold Hamilton off just for another lap. In terms of, you know, time wise, keep our DRS just for this lap. That only gives him well, the more times we be ahead of that DRS activation point, ahead of him like by 1 second or whatever, that's good for us, because it just means Hamilton won't be in the DRS for at least another then lap. Or won't get DRS for another lap. 2 seconds the gap then there. So yeah, he's certainly not going to get DRS now, or currently on this lap. That's out of the range, Hamilton is, so no need to worry too much about it. Yeah, obviously Hamilton will be gaining. I reckon this is the lap where Hamilton will get the DRS. Now lap 11.
Gap to car in front is
Obviously got 2
seconds.
DRS zones, and have we just put ourselves accidentally within the 1 second window? I'm not too sure whether Hamilton will get DRS there or not. 50-50. Even if he does, though, it won't be effective right now, or as effective as he would have liked. So makes not too much of a difference as we get very close to the wall, and Hamilton coming at us. I can feel the pressure starting to just ramp up as I now see the silver arrow in our mirrors of Lewis Hamilton. Right, now it's about how do we deal with this pressure. That is the ultimate question. Can we deal with it? Can we hold Hamilton off, or will Hamilton just have a bit too much in the bank to give to me? As we turn up the RS deployment, then here. We're just trying to find just ways to maybe hold Lewis Hamilton at bay, just keep him maybe not no longer out of the DRS range, but just at bay, and Hamilton goes for it around the outside, mugs me off then there, you could say. Completely, absolutely mugs me off. We're going to try and come back at Hamilton maybe here. Then hot lap is now engaged, so myself and Hamilton scrapping for P5. Can we come back at maybe Lewis Hamilton then here? Let's see what we can do as we use overtake mode. Down the main straight we go. DRS will be wide open in a very short while. Here we go then. Coming back at Lewis Hamilton. Yes, we are, just slightly. You can just see the car starting to pull. Gonna go to the outside, but unfortunately Hamilton's just got too much for me just to have just in the tank, and Hamilton takes 5th, rightly so, off us, I guess, in the end. So right, it's now myself first, Kimi Räikkönen, as again we're still holding on a little bit here, but yeah, we're just, I don't think, good enough for what is 5th place, unfortunately, today, as Hamilton looking very comfortable in the Mercedes, as I'm not sure we'll just want to waltz away now and maybe try and go set after Max Verstappen. I'm not too sure, but regardless what he wants to do, we're just trying to, you know, keep with maybe Hamilton here in these sectors.
Okay, we've got plenty
And
of energy.
you can just see Kimi Räikkönen then here. Right, we're going to go actually hot lap now for the rest of this race. And just try and give it everything at Hamilton. Let's see what we can do then ourselves. Hot lap mode is activated. Everything we're giving at Lewis Hamilton then here. The world champion. Can we do it? Can we overtake Lewis then here? High mode now engaged.
This is your final lap of the race.
And literally going a bit deep on the brakes, but still trying to fight Lewis Hamilton then here to the death of this race. Either way, it's a brilliant point score for Alpha today. I must say, a double point score. And not only just a double point score, but 8 and 6 points collectively. That's a very good double point score. I think our battle for 5th is well and truly over. So now we battle for what is the points between myself and Kimi.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
So, worst race of season 4 Mercedes. It's going to be a Ferrari 1-2. That's almost certain. Alpha 6th and 7th. That is certain. Now. And it's Leclerc who extends his championship lead. Winning then in Azerbaijan, Baku. As we now come through the final 2 corners. We're dying out of energy. We are losing the energy though, just ever so slightly. Will we hold on to P6 here then, as we come up to the line using Rich Mix? Gonna have to go into a hot lap. I think Kimi Räikkönen pipped us to P6. No, he didn't, but that was so close indeed. I tell you that now. I can't honestly tell you what separated that. Maybe it was a wheel. I honestly do not know how we held on there to P6. Because at one point I thought I had it. But yeah, I clearly did. But only just. So 1-2 for Scuderia Ferrari. Then it's Leclerc on top, Vettel second, Perez third. I swear Perez has been on that podium before in Azerbaijan as well. I'm almost certain of it, unless I'm thinking of Lance Stroll. I definitely know Lance Stroll has. I'm not sure if Perez was in 2016 or any of the years before. But yeah, certainly a decent podium. And now Ferrari 1-2, Racing Point in third, coming home to take some very, very solid points for the team then there today. So then there we go then. So yeah, good result then there. And how much was the difference in terms of, oh my days, 0.009 thousandths of a second. That must have been ultra close. Let's have a look quickly at the race highlights. So here we are then on the grid, 5 red lights. And lights out and away we go. Rather long hold then there. I thought. Don't want to have a look towards the end, because usually it shows you towards the end how close it was between myself and Räikkönen. It'll probably show you, hopefully. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. Right, trying to just skip it towards the end. That's what I want to look for. See how close it really was between myself and Kimi. I reckon close is the answer, but how close is close? So I believe this is final lap. Are we sure he crossed the line ahead of Kimi? Right, let's see what's going on. Right, there is the start-finish line. Good. Okay. Let's see how... Did we? Oh my days, if we did. Right, we actually have a bit of front wing missing. I didn't realise that somehow. I just want to have a look, see whether we did or we didn't. Sorry if this is a bit tedious. We must have just literally crossed the line with... Alright, there's the line. I think the answer is yes, we did. I think that's on the line. I can't get exactly on it, but yeah, you can just see, I think we just crossed the line. But what a beautiful shot, 2 Alfa Romeo cars crossing the line practically at the same time. Amazing stuff in there. Yeah, that was it then. So yeah, we did cross the line more or less exactly same time. Then there. So standings. So the gap between ourselves and Sergio Perez is a bit closer than there after that race. Max Verstappen opening up a 5-point lead to us. We're 49 points now behind championship leader Charles Leclerc. And Charles Leclerc now got a race win, in fact, ahead of the 2 Mercedes. Bottas still remains in second at the moment. However, much closer gap to his teammate. Lewis Hamilton, who's in third. So yeah, you know, pretty close then at the top then there. Charles Leclerc having a perfect start to the season. In terms of the constructors, well, obviously, Ferrari now takes the lead of that championship as well. 26 points is the gap, so a pretty healthy margin between themselves and Mercedes. And then 68 points back to Red Bull Racing. Us, well, even though I believe, like, you know, we may have not got the same points amount of, racing point, but we still got a fairly good, strong point scoring today, overall. But we do lose a little bit of ground to racing point then, but we're still in a very healthy 4th place right now at the moment as things currently stand. Yeah, so pretty good then there. So 6th place then in the championship, pretty decent then. Yeah, really, what more can I say or add to this video? So yeah, and I believe it was only ourselves, Haas, and, you know, Ferrari that actually got double points scored today. So quite a lot, really. Usually you'd expect it'd be Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes with a point score, but no, instead. Okay, it's 3 Ferrari powered cars in the top, well, how many? 6 Ferrari powered cars in the top 10. But yeah, pretty insane as well to some degree. So then there we go then. Right, next round, Spain. Obviously we won't be doing another video today. Maybe one tomorrow, if not one will come out at end of week, for sure. So really cut away through skilled, one was strategy. I'm going to say I use car nimbleness to my advantage.
Safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations.
I'm going to say F1 is a team sport, which it is.
You had a close battle today, didn't you?
I'm going to say that, you know.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today.
So this one, just going to say no comment, because, yeah, don't want to upset. Because usually with them questions, I don't know why F1, Codemasters, whoever, Codemasters need to sort of fix it so it doesn't really affect your reputation or the question makes a bit more sense. Because right now I feel with that question, no matter what you say, it always affects your reputation. So the only way you can get around that is through going no comment, which is a bit of a shame really. You have to do that almost like a bit of a child. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame really, but yeah. Either way, reputation's gone up in the team. Now, we've had a pretty strong start to our Formula 1 career. You know, I'm gonna certainly set our targets not too high, not too low. I think we should be a decent midfield team, quite frankly. I'm gonna try and get that sort of contract. Right, let's see if we can maybe lower our race goals and qualifying goals and lower the team, and yes we can. So right, we're now expected to qualify 12th and finish racing 12th. Based on the previous, you know, 4 races, that should be achievable goals, because we haven't finished any lower than 6th place in the drivers in any of the races so far. So based on, you know, basically what we've done so far, they are, I think, achievable goals. You know, and yeah, Spain is coming up, so that'll be a pretty good race, pretty good event. We're going to take probably a new engine next time for the race and qualifying, but yeah, you know, don't worry about it. You know, I'll let you guys know. Like, we're still pretty good on gearbox wear, so yeah, pretty good on that at the moment. Yeah, we're also going to try and now add on some new things to the car, because it's been a while since we've upgraded the car. You know, so yeah, probably some of these upgrades, well, we're going to try and take a new engine upgrade, so that should be delivered for Spain. Now, right, I've got a bit of an option here. With the chassis department, I'm pretty sure what we're going to go for. We're going to just go for that. With this, right, we can either go for a big upgrade, that'll take a couple of races, 2 weekends, or we could go for a small upgrade. I think we're going to go for a small one for the time being. Also, we're going to try and reduce maybe the cost. Right, I'm gonna go for. Did I go for reduce the cost of the chassis? Engine wise, we're pretty good, I think. we've got the right now. Well, base. Hopefully, them upgrades come through. So I think we're gonna go for reduced costs of basically, yeah. Let's see, wind tunnel facility reduce the chance of aerodynamics. So right, we're gonna go for this one. So that's 1,000 resource points and reduce the cost of the aerodynamics. And hopefully that helps out, because yeah, I want to probably get some bigger aerodynamics on the car. I feel like that's where we're lacking, but yeah, we're going to have some aerodynamic hopefully upgrades for next race. We've got 3 upgrades on the way. 1 will be ready for Monaco, so yeah, hopefully that will help. Then next probably upgrade will be in Monaco anyway, or maybe Canada. So gonna quickly show you the tyres I'm going to select for this race here then. So as you can see, pretty simple. Always the same, really. Unless we're becoming a bigger team, I think, or we've outgrown the big teams, or joined them, then I think, it's probably better to go maybe with a bit of a different tyre layout. But when you're in a small team, really you just want to be attacking all the time, to tell you the truth. And yeah, that's what we're going to do exactly right here. So thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Until the next time, have a great day. See you next time. Keep safe, keep well, and see you next time.